I'm not a terribly emotional person, but it was the one of the few times in my life that I cried publicly. Is when I was on the ground prostrate and during the litany, and just that whole sense of theology that I'd been studying about that being a moment of all the people before you, the angels kind of invoking God's blessings upon you. I just started to cry, and I still remember it as a great, lovely culmination moment.
I remember at the reception after my ordination, my father was sitting with some of his friends in kind of a side room in the hall, and I walked in, and they all stood up, and I went like this, looked behind to see who was coming in, why would they be standing? And then it suddenly occurred to me what had happened. It was quite one of those very, very strange moments where you realize your life really has changed in a very big way.
Yeah.
Well, there were 5 of us in our ordination class. So we decided to come together in Toronto at St. Basil's Church. And there were 9 ordained that year, but 5 of us, we decided we would do it as a group. And so that was a highlight. It was a nice moment to share as a community. But for me personally, it was a difficult day because my mother had died like 2 months to the day of ordination. So you're bringing up a lot of emotional memories and that sort of thing. But, a lot of family support also got me through that day. But also being there as a group too was very supportive.
I remember it as a special time. It was a very special weekend. My family had family members and relatives flying from all over the world, literally, for that event. And I remember ordination day. I still remember it vividly. So many more special things have happened to me in the classroom as a Brazilian on different occasions, in different interchanges and relationships, that I will never say that it pales. It's the sacrament of ordination, and it's special. It's part of who I am.
I can't remember ever smiling as wide as the day that I was ordained. And it was just like this glow, and I'll never be able to repeat that again, I think. I didn't even make it to the reception, which was it was at St. Anne's, and the reception was in the big hall right there. But I was too busy giving everybody these blessings that I never got to taste the cake, and I'm still upset because I've got a sweet tooth. I tell people that I had this premonition that I was going to die by the time I turned 30. And when I turned like 29, 30 is when I felt, when I understood that call to the priesthood. And that began the journey. And then it culminated in that ordination. And that was sort of like a rebirth.